Matt Brownie?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my brother. Welcome to the Vale Tudo Hour with Renato Laranja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Well, don't sound too fucking excited over there, my brother.
I'll try.
Caralho. What are you doing? I thought you stopped doing those narcotic a long time ago. You sound like you're taking a combination of Percocet and I don't know whatever the fuck else.
This is my natural sound.
Oh my goodness. Well, the fans. I'm sure the fans is gonna be very excited from that.
All right.
Yeah. So as you know, you kind of. I wanted to have you listen. I could have had a lot of other people on here. You know, this is the heavy metal episode, so I have the true Matt. I have a Match Brown, which is you. And I also have Match Heafy, who is the lead singer to Trivium. You know the band?
Yeah, one of the greatest, man. Fucking love him.
I'm glad you like that guy. And do you know that also Match Heafy is also a purple belt on Jiu-Jitsu?
I did. It trains Gracie Orlando, I think, right?
Yeah. Wow. You know a lot about about Match Heafy.
Yeah, I follow Trivia, man. They're one of my favorite bands.
Oh, God, are you? Well, I didn't know that when I set this up. I just figured maybe, you maybe heard of them or whatever. But that's good. That's even more perfect here. But anyway, the reason why I had you now, this is a world-famous heavy metal singer and stuff like that. He's doing big stuffs. And then people say, well, why are you going to put Match Brown? He's a retired MMA fighter. But I wanted to have somebody who I notice when you come out of, when you always come into, you walk out, you always have, I notice a lot of the guys might maybe have some bullshit pop music or some not good rap music but shitty rap music, and you always came out to the stuff that sounds like caralho, it's like the heavy metal stuff. So I always say, you know what, this guy, I want to find out more about this guy. Plus, I'm very interested in your story and all that kind of shit anyway. So I said, let me have this guy on to the Judo Hour, Renato Laranja. You understand what I'm talking about, my brother?
For sure, man. Yeah, I got my walkout song was written by the man himself, Jamie Josta. So I'm been blessed, to make friends with him and.
Who is that Jamie Josta?
Oh, Jamie Josta was the lead singer of Hatebreed. Is the lead singer of Hatebreed.
Oh, caralho, that's Hatebreed.
Yeah.
Why they hate? Who they hate? Caralho.
Right. So that's so their name, makes it sound like they're all about hating or whatever, but it's really not about that, man. They're one of the most positive bands out there. If you read their lyrics, I mean, they're intense, hardcore. But it's all about turning that rage into something positive. Man.
Well, caralho, I'm going to make sure to heed some of the lyrics at some point. I'm going to sit down and heed that one. Okay, so I want to know, Match Brownie, when was the first time? Okay, so, you didn't came out of the womb being attracted to what you call heavy metal music. And the music that go like, the hardcore shit. So what was kind of your gateway drug? I know that you did a lot of other drug or whatever, but what was your gateway drug to heavy metal? Like, did you start off listening to maybe some hot band that just got a little harder, and then you started to need the harder stuff or whatever? How that went for you?
No, like, I never heard of this shit until I was like, 12, 13 years old, because I grew up in an ultra small town, and my parents only had like country music and stuff on, so I never been exposed to any, any other type of music.
So 100% country when you was growing up.
Yeah, country and like oldies and just generic pop and stuff and gospel and stuff like that.
Oh, you listen to gospel?
Well, I was forced to listen to gospel.
What, your parents was black?
Well,
you ever seen the movie The Jerk? You was adopted by a black family, caralho. You was you grew up a poor black guy in Xenia, Ohio, caralho.
No, I never heard that.
Oh, you was from Akron?
He was from Akron?
No, you were.
No, I was from Xenia.
I heard that they call Akron is called Blackron.
It might be.
Yeah. I digest. I interrupt you. So tell me more about your black parents and country music.
Yeah, I mean, they were definitely like some southern type of people, that's for sure, where they were all about the gospel and the bluegrass and stuff like that. And then, yeah, so I found one of my friends brought me Metallica and Justice for All one day. And
that was the one that did it for you. So you didn't.
That was it.
It didn't scare you. You didn't say, "Hey, that don't sound like no motherfucking bluegrass that I ever heard." You just immediately you said, "I like the sound of that shit."
Yeah, I remember the song one right at the end, the double bass. The way my heart was pounding, man. I said, "This is where's this shit been all my life?"
Oh God, you remember that fucking creepy video that they had from that movie Johnny Got His Gun or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that used to give me like the creep when I used to saw that one.
Yeah, I like that shit. I like getting the creeps. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you like the creeps? Why you? Now explain. Let's delve into that, my brother. Why you like about that? Why you like to get the creep?
I know, same as like a fight, man. Like that's what you like is being scared, right?
But what's happening when you putting yourself in that situation to be scared? Is it like you inoculate yourself to that shit? Like you facing that shit, so you getting stronger?
I guess. I mean, that probably works out that way, but that's not really the purpose of it. I mean,
well, what is the purpose of it, caralho?
Yes, to overcome that fear, like you're gonna have that fear, and it's like it's not worth it if you didn't get scared doing it, it wasn't even worth doing.
So why can't you find some some bluegrass? I almost said blackgrass. How come you can't find some bluegrass music that make you to feel afraid? Where they talk about maybe it can't pay the rent, or they got the lights turned off or something like that.
I think there is actually. There's like some pretty dark ass like country music and shit these days.
Well, I think
like Rob Zombie type shit, right? Like
they got Rob Zombie country music now.
I don't know, like the Devil's Rejects, like they play a bunch of country music in there.
Oh, I like that Devil's Reject, but the country music in there, I thought that was like the Almond Brother or the Cashew Brother or something like that.
Yeah.
He have like
but the context, they use it. But there's there's dark country out there nowadays, man.
God, I'd like to explore some of the dark country. And I got a question for you, because this always confused me, okay? Now, how come... Okay, you come from Ohio, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so a lot of the people I know from Ohio, they have an accent that sound kind of like, let's say, maybe Chicago or something like that. Like, they have like a Midwest accent, okay? But when I hear you talk, you sound like the guy from Sling Blade, porra, caralho.
No, well, I don't know what Sling Blade is.
You never saw the movie Sling Blade?
Is it a movie? No, I've never seen it.
We have what's his name, Billy Bob Thornton, and he's playing a guy who's like who killed his parents with a sling blade, and then was in a mental hospital for many years, and then he got out as a 45-year-old man. And he's kind of like maybe autistic or something, but he's trying to figure out his life. And he's like, I think maybe take place in Texas. And he talk like this, eat French fried potatoes, mud dirt.
Is he like a hillbilly or something?
Kind of like that, yeah. He said, I'll take the big uns. That.
Yeah, I know I sound like a hillbilly, but that's because my family's from Kentucky. So.
Okay. Now that starts to make sense, because I said, caralho, it don't sound like somebody from Ohio that I ever heard from,
All my friends from Ohio, they sound like, like you said, like normal.
Well, I don't know that sounds normal, but it's a something. To me, it sounds like Chicago or something like that. They have like they say like dark instead of dark. You understand? And my favorite, you come from a place that's also one of my favorite movie is take place there. It's called, you ever heard the movie Gummo?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, you seen that?
The tornado in Xenia. Yep.
You seen that shit? I like it. That movie is heavy metal.
I've seen the movie.
What?
I've actually never seen it, but
my brother, you're fucking up. You're fucking up now, because if you like heavy metal music, that movie is like a heavy metal of movies. That's a fucked up, crazy movie, and it make you feel strange and creepy and weird. But there's also something beautiful, spontaneous, and it's very. I highly recommend that you to see that. It don't have like a.
I always wanted to see it, man. I know the movie you're talking about. I always wanted to see it.
And you're gonna like, because there's a part, this kid, the main characters, like he and his friend go around on their BMX bike, and they have to capture some cat to give to the Chinese restaurant, for them, the Chinese restaurant, to use the cat and stuff. But don't get scared from that. But at one point they're catching the cat and doing some stuff, and you hear the music, it's go, oh, and you're gonna feel at home when you see that one.
Okay, so you probably know about the movie Heavy Metal then, right?
Oh, are you kidding me? You mean the cartoon movie?
The cartoon movie, right?
My brother, me and my father saw that shit when it came out on the movie theater. Okay, that's how young I am. When we saw that shit, that's one of my favorite movies. I have that. You seen that?
Oh yeah, many times.
Oh caralho! Now you're speaking my language, because not only do I love that kind of artwork, I remember my grandmother he married a younger man. In fact, she was teach pottery, and she was teach at a high school, and then she ended up to marry, when he was 18, she ended up to marry one of her students, and then she made him, he was very cool to me when I was a little kid, but she made him to throw out all his heavy metal magazine, because they have big titty bitches and stuff like that. You know Heavy Metal, the fantasy magazine?
Yeah.
And so he, instead of to throw them out, it was like he gave them to me in secret, like the way Princess Leia gave the plans, the Hobart, you know. He said to me, look, I gotta put these somewhere. He said, listen, I want you to have them. And he trusted me at a very young age. He knew that I was the one who wasn't gonna hat on him and was gonna take those and do the height stuffs with the imagery of chicks with big titty and crazy science fiction shit like that. So I'm still to this day have a collection of all the first heavy metal magazine, my brother.
Nice, and then that shit just makes you want big titties even worse, right?
Well, oh God, I have big titties, and I want to go to another dimension, and I want to do all kind of crazy shit. And then when I saw the movie, God, it was like everything was come together. I get to see that shit on the big screen. What's your favorite part of that movie? Like, what's your favorite stuffs in there?
Oh man, I don't even remember the movie like that. I used to watch it when I was like in high school. You know, taking acid or whatever kind of stuff.
You took acid and watched that shit?
Oh yeah, back in the day. Sure.
Oh God, because I never did anything like that when I was watching the movie. I can only imagine, because you almost feel like you're taking acid when you watch the movie anyway.
Right.
You listen out there who never seen Heavy Metal, the movie here that we're talking about. It's like an adult comic book animation movie that have a lot of fantasy shit, but also have like early heavy metal and kind of post-punk music, because it was made in like 1980, maybe 79, 80. And this movie is kind of like set up kind of like the Twilight Zone. It's like you see different vignette, different story that it's like short story, collection of short story, like Hey Bradbury or something like that, or Stephen King or some shit like that, you know?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Oh God, and what I like about that one too is like that's the kind of I never got into the heavy metal that sound like oh. I got into the heavy metal that's kind of like the early shit, the kind of late 70s, early 80s shit. That's the kind of heavy metal that I'm kind of gravitate towards. So it's kind of perfect for me, you know?
Like Judas Priest type stuff?
Exact. That Judas Priest, but like not the soft shit. Not like living after midnight, you know, not the party shit. Like I like the kind of like harder, kind of dirtier, grimier kind of shit that they do. You know, I was trying to explain to a friend of mine that I like. You ever heard the group Pentagram?
Yeah, I know who you're talking.
I like that kind of shit because it sound more. Even though it sound like kind of Judas Priest style, the shit they talking about is kind of darker. What, you brushing your teeth over here?
What's that?
You brushing your teeth over there?
No, my bad.
What? You back? What are you talking about?
No, did you ask me if I'm brushing my teeth over here?
Yeah, what the fuck you doing over there, my brother?
I had to. It's funny, my dude was in there cranking a bunch of heavy metal. I had to turn it down.
Are you for real?
I said, man, I said, man, you're making too much fucking noise. I'm trying to do a goddamn important radio show.
That's true.
Podcast.
It's the most important radio show you ever heard of. What friend is this?
He's just my friend. He's in there.
Okay, tell him that Uncle Hanaj's gonna come over there and straighten him the fuck out. If he thought that the devil was gonna come in there, I put a pitchfork up his fucking ass.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably whoop his ass.
I bet I can.
I put my money on you.
Appreciate that. Speaking of which, cara, you know, I knew that you was a tough son of a bitch, from the old days and stuff, and you had that kind of shit-kicking attitude, but I didn't know all those stories about, I mean, for anybody who want to know the whole story, I don't want to rehash everything here, but, the fact that you just went in and fought your first fight with no fucking training, just go across the street and boil a mouthpiece in the restaurant in the fucking microwave, I mean, that's another reason why I wanted you to be here, because that's very heavy metal of you to do that, you know?
I never thought of it that way, but yeah, that's some heavy metal shit.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, you kind of, the way you fight, the way kind of your attitude is kind of like you embody the heavy metal, you know? The way you are a personification of heavy metal here, you know?
I like that. I like that a lot.
And well, I like that too. And the legend has it that and I'm not, you can't tell me if maybe I've got some of the detail hide or hung, I don't know, but the legend have it that you some people don't know this, but you had a drug overdose. Yeah, you overdosed to heroin.
Yep.
Okay. And so the story has it that you was dead for how long? Like a minute?
I mean, you don't really know, I guess.
Listen, just work with me, my brother. You was dead for a couple minutes or something.
I don't know. Doctors, nurses were like, yeah, clinically, you were pretty much dead when we...
Okay, well, in my version of this, you was dead, completely dead, flatline, and there was no hope for you, okay? So then...
Well, I mean, I wasn't, like, hooked up to a machine, They gave me the Narcan, and... That was it.
Okay, well, so you was dead, and you was you went to the other side, and then legend have it that you made a deal with the devil. Okay, the devil was approach you, and then he was to made you a deal to make you to be immortal.
Nah, I don't make no deals with the devil. I'll fuck him up.
What? Well, anyway, the story have it.
The devil's my bitch.
God, are you? Well, I'm gonna tell the devil that you said this because he nagging on the deal because he said that he made a deal with you to make you immortal, and then from then on you had to listen to heavy metal and you had to hail Sage and to hail his name by listening to that devil music.
Nah, that motherfucker hails me.
Oh, God, are you? So the devil is a big fan of yours?
He is. Well, he has to be. He ain't got no choice.
Okay, so you started. Let's get back. Let's go back in time. Okay, so you after you got into Metallica, you listen to Metallica, and then you start getting into the catalog of Metallica. You say, okay, I like the one, I like all the, Justice for All, I like whatever the fuck, Kill 'Em All that shit, whatever. I can't remember some of the fucking names of that, with the Black Album, whatever. And then because that sound kind of a certain way. Maybe there's a certain level of that shit where it's like sound in the same wheelhouse. You have it like Metallica, you have it like Slayer, you have Iron Maiden, shit like that. How you went then to progress to the heavier shit where it don't even sound like a human being is saying, it sound like a guy's go, caralho.
Yeah, damn, I don't know. I mean, I guess you just need a little harder every time. So my second tape, actually, so my first cassette was Metallica and Justice for All, and then my second was Sepultura.
Sepultura, that's in Brazil. That's from Brazil. But now you're speaking my language, my brother. So you was, and this was before you ever did any jiu-jitsu trainings?
Oh yeah, way before.
Oh, that must have influenced you in some way to want to came to Brazil.
Well, maybe a little bit, I guess.
And to get into a fight with your coach and get sucked punch.
He influenced that, the dumb son of a bitch.
Oh, hey, bite your tongue. You're talking about a countryman's of mine, caralho.
Well, yeah, I have a lot of Brazilian friends. That son of a bitch was something else.
I'm sure you have a lot of black friends too, okay? But never mind that, okay? Let's get off the subject before I want to hang up here. So you listen to Sepultura, you listen to Nine Inch Nail, and then where they was talking about fucking somebody like an animal and stuff like that, and then you're saying, caralho, I'm getting into this stuff. So I like the harder shit, and you're doing some controlled substance and stuff, so it goes together like wine and cheese, no?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you're getting hype up, and you're doing a cold swatch, and you're getting all fucked up on drugs and stuff like that. Okay, so now also you was into a band, like many friend of mine who is into the heavier stuffs. It's kind of like an iconic band. You are a fan of Pantera, no?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't mind to talk about this subject, because I know it's kind of like a heavy stuffs. You supposedly, I don't know, but the legend have it that you was there on the fateful night when Dimebag Darrell was murdered.
I was there, yeah. I mean, it's not a problem to talk about.
My brother, I have talked to people who knew the man, but I don't, to my knowledge, I don't know anybody that was there who was at the scene. Can you kind of maybe to walk me through kind of what you experienced that night was?
Yes, I was in. There's like one person in front of me, and then there was the railing or whatever, then security, then the stage. So I was right up there in the front. And
oh, caralho.
I want to say it was the first song, maybe the second song. I'm pretty sure it was the first song, but I do remember the song. It was Breathing New Life Into Me by Damage Plan, which was kind of ironic because that song. And I remember it got to the chorus, and we started, the band just kind of started falling apart. I didn't even hear the gun go off, but I looked over, seen Dimebag go down, because the music started falling apart, so I kind of noticed.
What did you think was happening at the time?
The first thought was that someone stabbed him because I didn't hear the first bullet go off. And then, so my first thought...
so you knew it was violence. You knew somebody was up there that shouldn't be up there?
Well, at first, first thought I should go back. First thought was, this must be part of the show.
Oh.
Stops for a second, and then you start hearing it sound like firecrackers, and you're like, dude, that's fuck, because I couldn't really see the guy with the gun. And then you're like, fuck, like it's crazy. And then they seen all the band, start running off stage, and then I started seeing people scatter. I started to kind of go away from it myself, so I'm on the floor, there's an exit, very small venue, so I started to head towards the exit, and then I turned around, and I looked at the guy, and I was like, because I kept hearing shots go off, and I was like, I'm not going to get killed, with my back facing this guy, if he's going to kill me, he's going to kill me, and I'm going to be looking right at him.
Yeah.
And, someone right next to me got shot, and...
Oh, shit, he had a shotgun, yeah?
No, he had a 9mm or something. He had a pistol.
Oh, that's how he killed. Oh, I had it hung in my mind. So he only ever had a pistol.
Yeah, he only had a pistol.
Okay.
And then, so I started kind of hiding out behind this concrete pillar that was in the, on the side of the dance floor. And I could see the back entrance from there. So I'm kind of looking at a way, like I'm, just kind of biding my time, trying to think of a way to help stop this, and so, sometime during that time, I seen someone come in the back entrance, and it was the off-duty officer, Niggemeyer was his name.
Wait, what his name was?
Niggemeyer, Niggemeyer.
Okay, caralho. I don't want to, I thought I heard something else, my brother.
Yeah, that's why I spelled it out.
This was an African American police officer?
No, he's white, and he was off duty, and he heard the call, but he was in his police vehicle, but very close to the scene. He heard the call, so he came to the scene right away. He pulled out his shotgun. At this point, you could see the perpetrator. He had a hostage also.
Oh shit! What he looked like, this guy? What kind of guy was it? Like?
Yeah, I don't remember all that.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to remember a lot of this. It was a long time ago.
Okay.
But I do remember watching the officer come in the back room, and 5-10 seconds later, you heard the shotgun go off, and you look over, and the dude's down. So my last kind of memory of being inside, I walk outside, kind of gathered my senses, like, what the fuck did I just see? I walked back inside to kind of see, like, what just happened. Is there people dead or what? Can I help? And, and when I walked back inside, I remember seeing a crowd of people laying around, and I walked over there, and it was Dimebag with his guitar strapped to him and blood all through his hair, and
wow. And
I didn't know what to think, so I just walked out and let the people take care of him, everything, and that was it, man. I was there till, I don't know, 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody had to talk to the police, and
you was by yourself at this concert?
I was by myself, man. I was actually supposed to go to work right down the street from there, and I got suspended from work, so I was still in my work clothes.
What kind of work?
You ever heard of Marzetti's, the salad dressing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I worked at. I made
just like a factory?
It was a factory, yeah. So
it's like supposed to be like old world Italian, and they got fucking March Brown in there cooking up the fucking salad.
Right.
Oh God, he might me not to buy no more fucking Marzatch from now on.
If you seen the shit being made, you wouldn't want to buy it.
Oh God,
But yeah, so
7 herbs and spice, the secret Colonel's 7 herbs, 11 herb and spice, God.
But it actually worked out good for training, because that was when I was really pushing towards being a fighter. And,
what, the salad dressing?
Yeah, because I worked 4 days and then 3 days off. So I could get 3 days of hard training and then 4 days of light training. So.
Well, what that have to do with your training? The salad dressing gave you some extra energy or whatever?
Yeah, it gets you some extra fucking grossness and shit, make you not want to eat anything.
So that turn you up so you can cut weight. So you smell that disgusting salad dressing and you go, God, exactly. I can do anything. If I can suffer through the salad dressings 5 days a week or whatever, then I can do any fucking thing.
And you see motherfuckers with a, 500-gallon drum, sitting over at stern, it's sweating, dripping into it. They're sweating.
Oh, God. Sweating bullets into that fucking thing. God, from Xenia, Ohio. Oh, my brother, that's what a depressing. I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's more heartbreaking, the fucking story about Dimebag Darrell or this fucking salad dressing.
Fuck, right? Well, they both happened at the same time for me, so I was...
What a shame. I'm sorry for all that to happen to you, the salad dressing and the fucking situation.
Yeah, rough life.
God, I got a question just about the logistic of the shooting and stuff like that. So the guy, the officer, African-American Meyer, when he came in with the shotgun, did he like sneak up behind him and blow his head off, something like that?
No, it was, it's kind of hard to explain. They have security video you can see on YouTube.
God.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to stay. I've seen so much crazy shit in my life, so much nasty, violent shit in my life that I feel like sometimes if I can choose not to, I don't mind if it's the movies or something, but if I can choose not to, I try not to insert any more shit into my brain, No,
I understand. I only watch it because I was there,
No, of course. I'm just saying, maybe I prefer to just hear you tell me, Yeah,
and you don't really, in the security video, you don't really see exactly what's happening. I should be, like, from my memory, I should be where that security video was facing, but I don't see myself in there. But anyway, yeah, but, you know, it was so, if you're facing the stage, you know, like in a regular small pavilion, you know, the backstage entrance is to the left, and Dimebag was all the way on the right of the stage. So the dude snuck up behind Dimebag, shot him, and then the officer came in from the, you know, what would be the left of the stage, and the guy was on the opposite end of the stage. So, you know, he actually tried to tell him to stop first. You know, he told him, you know, let the hostage go, and, you know, he had to make a, you know, I give a lot of props to the officer, man. He had to make a quick decision with the hostage, you know.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's what I wonder, with a shotgun, how you kill the guy with and avoid the hostage.
I believe it was a shotgun. Or it may have been a rifle.
Okay. No, I'm just curious. I just, wow. I mean, because I'm just, you know, when you hear shit like this, you try to put yourself in the position, and you just try to think, oh, what the fuck? Like, how would you handle this shit? You know, it just seemed like a crazy fucking situation, man.
It was crazy, man. And that was where I learned a lot about myself right there, man. Like I said, I didn't run from the guy, you know. I turned around and I looked at him, and I was like, if I'm gonna die, man, it's not gonna be, you know, running away from your fucking ass.
You're gonna go down swinging.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that, because sometimes until you've been into a situation like that, you can talk all the shit in the world, but you don't know what you're gonna do, you know, when you're faced with these terrible fucking situations.
You know, and that's, you know, a lot of people say, you know, you should try to attack them or whatever too, but I was like, you know, I turned around and faced him, but I wasn't running towards him either. You know?
Well, my brother, there's a limit to the fucking shit. You know, it's like, come on.
You gotta be smart too.
Yeah, come on, my brother. You know, wow, that's amazing. I mean, I never. That's kind of in heavy metal, and even just in music, and just American history. Even that's a kind of a legendary event that's gonna go down for forever. And the fact that you was there is like, I mean, I didn't even know about that when I had you to came on here. I mean, when I originally asked, or when you originally asked me, probably you begged me to came on here, I didn't know about that you was involved in that. And even more so, that's heavy metal. I mean, you was dead and came back from the fucking dead. You the march. You're into heavy metal. You was there when Dimebag Darrell was. I mean, how much more fucking heavy metal? You're probably the most heavy metal, aside from maybe it's Josh Barnett, because I don't want to step on Josh Barnett's toe. But you're probably the more heavy metal guy in the fucking all of MMA and Vale Tudo.
Cool. I mean, yeah, I'm down with that. And Josh Barnett's definitely the MVP. He's the number one motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a good friend of mine. I like me some Josh Barnett. And speaking of Josh Barnett, did you ever saw your Uncle Renato and Josh Barnett was star in the remake of the movie Brokeback Mountain? Did you ever saw that?
I never seen it, but I know what y'all did.
Oh, caralho. Well, I know that you don't want to face that, because maybe gonna burn your eyes like that fucking salad dressing. Because let me to tell you something. There was a lot of vinegar. There was, you know, it's gonna hurt when you see that. There's a lot of garlic and vinegar in that one.
A lot of oil and vinegar.
Oh, a lot of oil in there, but also, you know what? It's balanced out because also have some honey.
Oh, nice. A little bit of sweet with the sour.
You gotta have that. So if you, I'll make you a deal. I'll watch that fucking other video, and I'll have some Marzettis on my salad. If you're gonna watch me and the War Master in Brokeback Mountain.
Did you might get the Marzettis that I cooked myself? It might have my own fucking sweat in it.
If I chase that one, I'm gonna maybe to sing like some of your favorite band. I'm gonna take one taste and I'm gonna go.
Or you might become immortal.
I wish to be immortal. Maybe if my God willing, I'm gonna become immortal.
takes a lot of work, bro. It's not easy.
Oh, I can only imagine, my brother. So now, before I have to bid you adieu, because look, I know you want to stay on the phone and keep it with me and talk shit all day, but I got a life to lead. I'm not hitchhiker like you are. I got fucking stuff to do, okay? But I want to ask you, what's going on with you now these days? You got a heavy metal band? What are you doing? You training fighters? You making your own salad dressing like fucking Paul Newman? What's going on here?
I actually do some heavy metal music. I play guitar.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Now you just noodling around, or you actually got some talent?
No, I've played since I was like 15 years old.
No
I mean,
shit. Okay.
I'm not good. I mean, I practiced enough that I got some chops, you know, like, but I'm not like good.
Okay.
But yeah, I always fuck around with that and record some shit here and there. I'm not, you know, nothing special. It'll never be a career for me. But no, I just opened a new gym up here in Columbus, Ohio. So I'm working ultra hard on putting this thing together and getting it off the ground.
What's the name of your gym out there?
It's going to be Immortal Training Center.
Oh, the Immortal. So you immortalize that one. I like that. I talk a lot about nickname and stuff on a couple of episodes of this one, and there's some nicknames that is fucking terrible, and there's some nicknames that is, you know, just whatever, but there's also nicknames that is just great, and you have one of the great nicknames, you know. I like the Immortal. I think that's a good one. So two stuffs I want to propose to you, okay? First of all, your Uncle Hanach, and I think after this episode, people is gonna want to have like an artisan salad dressing made by the March Brown and your Uncle Hanach. Maybe we can collaborate on artisan salad dressings. Maybe only Italian dressing.
I like it. Some ranch.
Or maybe Italian, like I said, Marzach. Because you know why? It's gonna be, you know how they say it out there in Ohio, they say Italian.
All right.
They say Italian dressing. We're gonna make an Italian dressing that's gonna knock your socks off, and people are gonna pay top dollar. It's probably we're gonna have some bullshit stuffs in there, but we're gonna charge a lot of money. We're gonna make a lot of fucking money, my brother.
I'm a ranch guy myself.
Okay, we can make a fucking hash for you. Okay, we'll make some hash. But then on top of that, because you're a big fan of Trivium, and I know that you know Match Heafy, he's always tried to get me to the concert, and then maybe to have me come out and say a couple words to the fans. Maybe I can convince that guy, because he's also, believe it or not, he's a big fan of you work. True, he liked the way you fight, and maybe you can come on there and probably play like third guitar or something on one of the track, and your Uncle Hanach can do some shit like that. Can you imagine? Maybe if they ever play in Ohio, maybe we can fucking make that shit happen.
Sure, man. That'd be a fucking dream come true for me.
Can you? Well, but also not just because you're with your Uncle Hanach, but because also you're gonna be with Trivia.
Right.
Think about that.
Mainly, I was talking about mainly hanging with the uncle, though.
Yeah, of course. And you know what? I don't blame you for that. I would have felt the same way when I was your age. So, my brother, what a hair treat for you to get to meet me and to talk about heavy metal and talk about your life a little bit. And is there any other stuff that you want to promote, or you want to talk about, or you want a message that you want to get to the people? A couple sage word of wisdom from the In March one?
I'm not that wise, man, but you know, just tell everybody follow me. You know, I post some wise shit on the social media, I like to think. So
tell everybody your handle on there.
I am the Immortal on Twitter and Instagram, at the Immortal Brown on Facebook, and the website theimmortalstore.com.
Oh, cara, you can get some shirt and stuff like that.
Yeah, get some shirts, some Immortal Army shirts.
Oh, cara, you need to send one to your Uncle Hanach. Would it fucking kill you to send me one of that one?
I will, bro.
Okay, I like that. Okay, well, it was a treat, and I appreciate your stuffs, and we miss you out there fighting. I'm glad that you hitchhike because we don't want you to fucking sound like one of those guys going in your regular life. We want you to have all your fucking marbles hauling around up there, and so you can play some fucking guitar, make some salad dressing, and pump out some more fucking kids or whatever it is that you want to do. Have your immortal training center, okay? So next time, and also my brother, would he fucking kill you to have your uncle Renato out to your training center to do a fucking seminar? Caralho.
Anytime, bro.
Okay,
Anytime.
well, I like the sound of that, so we're gonna coordinate that. You heard it here. You promised me, and you gotta pay market value for whatever I'm gonna charge.
No worries.
Okay. So anyway, okay. I'm gonna see you on the flip side, my brother. And until next time, hail Sage or whatever it is that you guys say, the heavy metal world, and catch you next time. Ciao. Oh,